Portland State University's program in speech-language pathology. We have gladly accepted the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge from our colleagues at Pacific University to help support the local Oregon and Southwest Washington chapter of the ALS Association. We are also participating in the Portland Walk to Defeat ALS on Sunday, September 28th. The students in our program are donating and raising funds to support the local chapter, which is focused on providing essential services to people living with ALS and their families. We're going to provide a link to the Walk to Defeat ALS fundraising page.
We would also like to take this opportunity to raise awareness about some recent changes to Medicare law that significantly impacts individuals with ALS and their access to speech-generating devices. Speech-generating devices are voice output computer-based systems that can be customized to allow a person to type words, phrases, and thoughts using many different access methods depending on their changing physical limitations. For individuals with ALS who cannot communicate verbally, these devices provide a way to generate speech but can also allow users to communicate through email, social media, text, and allow access to environmental controls.
Earlier this year, the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services issued a change in policy to make speech-generating devices part of a capped rental payment program, which means the devices are rented for 13 months before they are owned. Under the new guidelines, a person who is in the middle of the rental period and who requires a hospital stay, nursing care facility, or hospice care can have their speech-generating device taken away because Medicare does not cover them in these environments. During a time when communication is so critical, a person with ALS may be left with no way to communicate.
A notice was also issued stating that Medicare will only pay for devices whose sole purpose is to generate speech, meaning that the devices can't have the ability to access email or control a person's environment, even if the user pays out of pocket to unlock these capabilities. Medicare completely prohibits speech-generating devices from having any non-speech capabilities.
Finally, Medicare funding for eye gaze technology is also at stake. For some people with ALS, eye gaze is the only method available to access a speech-generating device, and funding for this medically necessary accessory is frequently being denied by Medicare.
You can be an advocate for people with ALS and other disabilities. Please contact your members of Congress about the recent changes to Medicare coverage of speech-generating devices and let them know how it impacts individuals with ALS. We will include a link to a website that makes it fast and easy to do this.
Thanks for listening, and before we dump our ice buckets, we would like to challenge our colleagues and other graduate speech-language pathology programs across the country, including
UW Washington, UW-Madison, Ohio State, Chapman, and Sacramento State.
All right.